Welcome. I wanted to try something a bit different this month. So rather than writing a blog, I am recording a video of a blog. So I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. At the end of the video, there's my contact information. So feel free to let me know. I want to spend some time today just talking about where we see CX in the marketplace, how it's standing with the clients we're working with, and some of the trends we see. I think it might be helpful to first talk about how we got here, how CX came to be. If you think back, probably the first term you might have heard was customer service. And that's what the focus was on the service that happened generally after the sale of the product, especially in the B2B world in which we work in. In the 1960s through the 1990s, things started to evolve. And there were several things that caused people to start to think more broadly about the customer experience. First was the commoditization of a lot of products. Engineering talent throughout the world had gotten stronger in the 1960s onward. So it was really possible to get good, high quality, innovative products from pretty much anywhere. So the issue of innovation and the issue of quality came to be a bit more of a parity among competitors. So there was a need to look for an additional way to have a strategic reason for customers to buy from you. And one of those things became customer experience. The term was first coined by Lou Carbone, a researcher, wrote an article for the Marketing Management magazine in 1994, where this was the first found use of the term customer experience. So why the interest in customer experience? Well, I mentioned the need to deal with the effect of commoditization, which continues today. I mean, there are a lot of products where the markets are very competitive. They may be great brands, but there are also lots of very good opportunities in other products out there. So making customer experience a differentiating factor became very important. I think over time, managers learned that happy customers do behave differently than others who are not happy. For example, they return more frequently, they spend more, and what we have learned is they will tell others. They talk about their good experiences if they are good experiences. In fact, our research shows that 30 to 40% of the customers of the clients with whom we work have given a referral. Now, the interesting thing about this, over 90% of those referrals come from customers who also gave a 9 or a 10 on the likelihood to recommend. So you're going to get referrals, but they're only going to come, or most likely going to come, from those who are most satisfied with what you did for them. So what's the current CX status? Well, first of all, the market is robust. In 2023, the global CX management systems market was estimated to be around 11.4 billion and growing at about 12% a year. And I think the other thing that companies are learning is CX is something better, better customer experience, something customers really want. People will pay more, up to 16% more for a product if the customer experience that goes with it is better. So there's a strong incentive, which is probably why you see a lot of talk among publicly traded companies about their CX strategy, what they're doing to improve CX, because they see the value of getting those customers more loyal and managing that important, critical asset for your business, your customer base. So what are some of the trends for the future? I think, first of all, we can't push technology too far. We've got to be careful about how far we take it. In my view, we're still a digital society, meaning physical and digital. Digital can help you reduce costs, can help you improve service. But at some point, customers want to interact with a human in some way. And there's all kinds of research to show that this is very important. They may be making their decisions without as much human involvement, sales involvement, as they have in the past. But they are expecting to be able to talk to someone at some point during that process. So it's really important to have some way of infusing the human into that customer experience in almost all cases. I think managers are recognizing the critical importance of EX, employee experience. If you don't have really good, engaged, knowledgeable, confident employees, it's going to be very hard to deliver great CX to your customers. So what we're seeing is there's more interest in training. They want to develop their frontline managers in particular because they may have been taught technical skills, but they may not have been taught some of the leadership skills that are essential to leading smaller or larger teams. And I think the other thing, they're empowering people to make decisions that will help improve the things for the customer. For example, we all know about Ritz-Carlton. Every employee supposedly has a $2,000 account where they can use it to help make things right for the customer. So I think we're seeing a little bit more of that kind of behavior among some of the clients we're dealing with. And I think the last trend that I see is just beginning, and that is we're seeing a real need to integrate CX into the marketing efforts of the company, or vice versa. Because if you think about it, if you have 30 to 40% of your customers who are giving referrals, that is a huge lift to your marketing and sales efforts. So looking at ways to capitalize on those bad activity, make the customers part of your selling process almost, that is so important and so valuable. And that's why I think we're going to see CX become an even more important part of a company's marketing plan as we move forward. One thing to take a look at is I'd recommend Fred Reifeld's new book, Winning on Purpose, where he talks about earned growth rate. It's a fascinating way to capture the value of that earned growth, as he calls it, the growth that comes from loyal customers giving referrals, loyal customers coming back. It's well worth a quick read. So what do we conclude? Several things. If you do not have a CX improvement plan in place, start thinking about it. And I'm saying that not because we work with companies to help improve their CX, but I think it's going to become an increasingly important part of what you do. Managing that important asset, your customer base, to get them to come back, to tell others, to spend more, is really what you want to be able to do. And I think the second thing to really highlight is the need to think digital. Digital, yes, is important. It can help you. It can save money. It can speed up response, but it's not the complete answer. You still have to have a way for customers, if they need to get in touch with the human. Thanks, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I welcome your observations. We'd like to make it better.